Hello everybody! I wanted to give you guys some video instructions since this is our first week of using Bluebeam Review, and some of you hopefully chose to do your assignment using Bluebeam instead of printing it out and doing it at home and then scanning it later. So if you watched the last tutorial, this might be a little bit of a review, but after you download your assignment off of Canvas, it might not automatically open in Bluebeam Review. It might open in another designated program like Adobe Acrobat or whatever other viewer you have set to open up your PDFs. So what I like to do is launch Review. I'm on a Mac version, so it might look a little bit different than yours. I'm going to File, Open. And so this part is kind of your responsibility. Where did you save your files? And I'm going to go to Module 3, Scale Draw. I'm going to click Open here. And then on this worksheet here, what I'm asking you to do is at a 1/2 inch scale, I want you to draw a 10-foot line. From my last tutorial, I already have my measurement panel open. Now I won't need that for this, but this is where I got it. What I'll be looking for is this line right here. So hopefully you can see where my cursor is pointing. There's a line, and you can see that my screen also changes. Now if you don't see this, what you can do is go up to your tools, markup, and then come down and you find line. As you can see here, your keyboard shortcut is L. So when I go to the line, you can see that my crosshairs have changed, or my cursor has changed to show crosshairs. So I'm going to dance around for a minute. Let me hit escape. This is what it looked like before. This time I'm going to hit the keyboard shortcut L. So when I type in L, there's that cursor again. So what we're looking for is at a 1/2 inch scale, how do I get a 10-foot line? So if I were just to come in and draw this without changing anything, you can see that when I click on this line, it's not really giving me any information. It's telling me about the scale that I previously used, but I don't see the length or the area of this particular line. So what we need to do is open up one more of our toolbars in order to see the property of this particular line. So since we have the measurements panel open, what we need to do is switch up a couple. If you guys, here's my mouse, I'm going to dance around over here. You need to come up to the top where there's a gear, and that stands for properties. So with the line highlighted, I can look here and see what the length actually is. So at this particular line is just over 3 inches. Let's say I wanted to draw exactly 3.5 inches. So I put in 3.5, and you can see that it lengthens it right here. Now what we need to do is figure out what that 1/2 inch line measures when it's 10 feet. So I'm going to give you guys a second now to hit pause, take a look at your scale at the 1/2 inch side, and tell me how long the length of 10 feet is on a 1/2 inch scale. Go ahead and hit pause. Hopefully you guys took a minute to hit pause. Welcome back. Now if you looked at your scale, hopefully you guys noticed that at a 1/2 inch scale, to see a 10-foot line, you would have to come over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inches before you got to 10 feet. So what I can do now is click on the line and go to my length 5, and it's set to inches. You see length in inches, enter. Okay. Now how can you check this answer? So right now I told you guys that it's 5 inches, right? And I'll try to attach a picture of where I got the 5 inches from. But let's say you're doing this, well, if you are doing this whole thing in Bluebeam, you can still check this line. What you can do is go back to the measurements, and I still have this line selected, and what I'm going to do is change the scale. So up here where it was 1/4 inch, I changed it to 1/2 inch because I was in the 1/2 inch scale, and I can grab my length. And what I'm going to do is you can see that my cursor changed, and I'm going to start at one end as precise as I can and come over, and it is approximately 10 feet. That might be as accurate as we can get on the computer, but that's pretty good. So that's how you can check your work as you go through and do your assignment. Again, if you guys have any questions, whether it's on how to use it on a Mac or a PC or any other clarification, please let me know. And you do also have the option of printing them out and doing everything by hand and just taking a picture or scanning your assignment and returning it in that way as well. I hope this helps. Please let me know if you guys have any questions.